hear these youngins by the slang that I bit first, and I can't even get no credit for it. That shit hurt. Yeah, we been nerds, not the type to use big words. Still down to throw you if you throwing the fist first. Fail face, but every now and then I don't get curved. Still in the broken hearted that we get what we deserve. Freak show, they staring and don't ask for no pictures. Cause I'm a giant man like I'm Fishburne. Maybe cause I'm hotter than the grease with a fish burn. We're slacking that one, putting in that work like an intern. I probably won't gain lives like trading in your system. The game stop. Don't really rap about what I ain't got. Been me since back when I could fit in the tank top. You think I'm ever changing? I think not. Hit the taco truck and I can show you the flame spots. They only taking cash and now I'm making the bank stop. Think cock, don't say a word, just open that safe lock. Now I'm playing the ATM, broken the rank wide. Raindrops falling on my head. I hate cops, ain't talking to the feds. Zombie mode on a rocky road, walking like I'm dead. Need to pick me up that I will eat the chocolate with the bread. Still trash, just now me in my pockets getting fed. That's real rap, now I can pay for guac without a sweat. You feel that? Playlist full of Indian drill trap. Problems, I got 99 on me, I'm Lil Sap. But fucking never cried over spilled paps. Never crying over who spilled that. Young medicine man, and I'm looking to peel caps. Yeah. Put on the beat and I will snap. Put on the beat, I'ma kill that. Hello, howdy, folks. We are here once again. This is Ryne Radio. I'm your host, Ryan Watkins. I like to try to say my name as much as possible when you host your own show. That's the goal. How the question, how are we doing? It kind of seems like a weird one these days, to be honest. So I'm just going to say, if you're in this live chat right now, thank you very much for being here. It's good seeing you guys pop up. What's up, Swammy? What's up, Zam? What's up, Pixie? If you're watching this retroactively, I hope you're not in the current times that we're in right now. Because everything's just, lizard people are taking over. Or they're losing grip, actually. Lizard people are losing grip. It's super fucking obvious. Trump just fucking lined up hella gates in front of his shit. He finally got his wall in front of his White House. What are we doing? What are we living in, folks? Oh, it's just interesting times, right? Like, so I've been going through a lot of things these past couple weeks, just because, for one, just of everything going on in general, but two, just like kind of coming to grips with like my place in all of this, as like personally and like big picture wise. And this is we've never had a chance like this, probably like this much, right? Like, with all of these things coming together at this time, we probably have the chance now more than ever. Like, if we're running shit, let's run shit, right? But as much as I can talk shit and do all that, all I can really do is like use the platform to, you know, much like what Dan said a lot yesterday and what we've been kind of reiterating now, as far as just trying to open up the platform and try to get more fucking shit heard and just try to fucking keep the fucking narrative where it belongs. Because I just see a lot of folks that I fucking know, or, you know, even if I don't really know, they just remind me of people I know, to where like they're just posting like regular ass bullshit. I'm not even saying like online wise, because like online's whatever, right? But it's just, it shows a weird level of just like, I don't know, man. Like how can you be seeing every fucking thing going on and not like at least taking some sort of a stand somewhere, you know? Like, it's fucking perplexing. But on that topic, the boy Lucho, last time I seen this man was before he went to Mexico. He came back, I'm pretty sure, before virus. And then, you know, everything happened the way it happened. And now here we are protesting against racism.
and police brutality and just fucking overall classism in general, because these fucking billionaires don't want the fucking pie fucking shared, right? So the boy Lucho, though, has been actually out and about fucking marching and fucking making the voice fucking, you know, making sure everybody getting heard and shit. So we gonna fucking call up the boy right now and we gonna really get into some shit, just like, what has he seen, like, personally out there and shit? You knows? Hey. What's up again, man? Here we are. We're live. Can you hear me?
What's going on, brother? I can't hear you.
Hold on. Let me try this again. I know why. Bam. You can hear me now, though.
I got you.
Yeah, I figured it out. We figuring out how to roll this engine around in here. So yeah, man, fucking, I got to talk to you briefly before we fucking went live, but you know, once again, just for the folks that are live right now in the live chat and what's not, like, I'd say fucking how you doing, but it's kind of fucking these days it's more like just good to see you, right?
Yeah, man. Things these days have been. I mean, I tend to keep things quite cryptic, but as of lately, I've I've risen out of the shadows, and I've kind of really felt led to be more active in my community, as well as in the communities that need aid.
Absolutely, like, and I mean, just fucking, what have you been seeing out there, man? Because there's definitely a fucking narrative going around that is obviously not a true one, right?
I'm sorry, brother. You're like cutting in and out a little bit.
Hold on, can you hear me a little bit better? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, just like fucking, what have you been seeing out there, bro? Because there's definitely a narrative going wrong around that I don't believe in, and all these videos I see that people share everywhere, I'm just seeing like as much fucking peace and love as fucking possible. I mean, shit's kind of shit.
Yeah, so,
it's a tale of two cities out there right now.
So I've been in Oakland, been in San Francisco, as well as Sacramento, and it's Civil War like uprising, but there's not a whole lot of organization, and it's a lot of there's a lot of angst, but it's people who are hurt, people who have never had a chance to be heard, or people who have been heard but ain't nobody really listening to them because they don't care, because they can't empathize with them, they can't understand it because it's something that's foreign to them. What's happening in America, for most Americans, they've only seen it on the television. They've only seen it take place in foreign countries, even though it's taken place here since the dawn of the country. It's been taking place. It just haven't been taking place in their neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
And now what you're seeing is like Mr. Fab said in Oakland, this is the boiling point for everybody, no matter what side of the line you claim to be on or tiptoe. It's the boiling point, and things are going to change. So you're either gonna be on the right side of change, or you're gonna be on the wrong side of change.
And you definitely need to make that shit known right now, because I've seen a lot of people just being silent, like within my own family and friends, and it's just like interesting, very interesting, but like vocal about how people should be protesting and things, but not about what's leading everyone to fucking finally come together like this.
And you know what? And it's quite simple when you think about it. You know, it can sometimes be a blanket term when someone says like, "Oh, white supremacy" or manifest destiny. This is all built by design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, human beings have been here for thousands of years, if not hundreds of thousands of years, depending on what modern day science is now disputing with what, you know, some old white dudes were saying 100 years ago. You know, This is not some bullshit. This is, simulation or not. This is the Matrix, baby. This happened 7 times before already. You feel me? So this is nothing new. And the biggest thing is that when people are being oppressed, they become oppressed so hard that they become the instruments of their own oppression. And what Dan was saying last night was some real ass shit about cops who are in these neighborhoods. Some live in these neighborhoods, the majority of them don't. Doesn't matter. They ain't making shit. Their career ain't shit at the end of the day. And they have this avenue where they're allowed to take their anger out physically on another person, and they're feeding them the most basic, primal, lowest form of like civility and like beating up and shooting people. And what we're doing right now is not stopping. There was a lady I seen yesterday, and she was like, I always heard about these stories about the cops. And I always thought it was a lie. I always thought if something happened to somebody and a cop did it to them, they deserved it because they were doing something wrong. But when you got people who are reporting the news, getting shot in the face, losing an eye, because they're reporting the news, when you see a little white girl who gets her ass beat at a protest by some man who's 6'7", 300 pounds, and he drags her like she's a fucking piece of meat. The girl's still alive. They drag her off like she a dead body already. They don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. It's the last hurrah, just like Dan was saying. It's either going to get a lot worse or it's going to get exponentially better into the right change that we need for real progress. That it's built by design. You look at other countries, it's the same way. The way the caste systems are set up. The apartheid in South Africa, okay? The conquistadors in South and Central America, okay? The British and Spanish, the Spaniards and Italian colonizers who came here, bring their diseases with them, wiped everybody out. The more modern day times, when the Belgian, French, Italians all left Africa, in places like Rwanda, where they had the Tutsis and the Hutus, and people who were of taller features and fairer skin and of more white-like features, they were left in power, and the people who most looked like the original people were treated like shit. It's the same people on both sides, and treat each other like shit, and then left them like that. Trained people to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's indoctrinated to people when they're born, especially here.
For sure.
And it's not just with white and black people; it's with all people. It's like that.
I mean,
what I mean? The British did it to the Irish and the Scottish. Okay, you have people in South America who are all separated by color, all speaking the same tongue, all having the same heritage, separated by color still.
Yeah.
Look at Telemundo, Una Visión. I don't see no people who look like the people on there look like me. I don't see no people on there looking like my dad.
Yeah,
It's the rude awakening of the karma that humanity has to face.
Absolutely.
Okay? And it's everybody. But let's keep it a buck. 1% of the population owns 99% of that. What percentage of that 1% is white?
Fuck, I don't
Almost
know.
all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I got nothing against white people. I got nothing against anybody. My OG Lonnie Marshall. He told me Lonnie's an OG. He's a black dude. Grew up in LA in the Bay Area, and he told me one day, he was saying, whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not, or whether I like you or not, we're all brothers. And we're either going to live together or we're all going to die together. And that's the story of humanity over and over and over again. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it sure as fuck burned down in one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people have this idea of the farce, fickle fucking deception of the American dream. It's bullshit. It's been bullshit. And it's bullshit to this day. I see people who on both sides, whether you're a neoliberal or you're this super ultra conservative, people who are on the wrong side of history right now.
And
They're just as fucked as we are.
What's wild is like it's still the same like blanket propaganda that they've been hitting us with like all these years. And it's like, do you guys not realize we have the internet now and we're kind of catching on to your shit now? Like,
yeah,
like what the fuck? Like they mask behind these things. Like they always try to get us like, oh, America this and America that. And like now we really see it's like, dog, like all I know is fucking, did we really beat the Nazis in World War II or did we just hire them? And then like we really just, all they did is just hire them. And then fucking all of a sudden, like no wonder why we're here the way that we are now. Like it's the same shit. It's the same shit with a different flag.
Mm-hmm. But it's a double-edged sword in all of it, because they've created these things, they've created these systems, they've given them to the public.
Absolutely.
In the deception that they're here to serve us, which they're not. They're here to oppress people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we don't need order. Yeah, we need police, because people can get fucking crazy sometimes. And when someone's pulling some fuck shit on you or your family, you better hope that the police will be there and come save you. But this is policing. This isn't serving and protecting. This is controlling people.
Yeah, no, this
100%.
This is absolutely beyond fucking what like these like, you know, suburbanite fucking moms on Facebook will try to be writing under these like news articles and shit, as far as like, how dare you do that? They just have a job to do. And it's like, do you not understand? Like these are like not, they're doing shit way beyond what they should be doing. Like I got fucking veteran and combat veteran friends that are telling me like left and right, even before this, that they like, oh yeah, these fucking cops are fucking cowboys, dog. They're fucking gung-ho as fuck. I'm like I know people with fucking like, they got counts on them, legal counts saying that cops are the cowboys. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's honestly, it is crazy, because they're just expressing how they honestly feel, and they're just letting, and I'm almost kind of glad, because at least I know where they are on the line, because when shit gets back, once this fucking corona, whatever the fuck this is fucking done with, and we're on to the next phase, we're gonna know which side you fucking stand on, and people are gonna have to answer to that at the end of the day. These phones, all this technology, everything that's convoluted and cut out the communication into people. It's crazy how we're so linked in, so connected and disconnected at the same time.
Yeah.
There's no real connection. There's comments and likes and, oh, here's a message here, here's a message there. But nobody's sitting down face to face and having real conversations. Hopefully now they are. You know what I mean? Like,
that's my biggest hope.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're talking about dick jokes and shit. But I mean, you know, the temperature's rising. But the thing is I don't mean to sound like no Bible thumper, because I've already been through that shit, and it's in a sense it's the same way as mind control. But it's a good thing. It's one of those things where you can chew the meat and spit out the bones. In the Bible, it talks about how no weapon formed against me shall prosper. They gave us these televisions. They gave us these cell phones. They gave us this society. They gave us all this stuff and able to control us, and it's fucking turning back on them. They can't do it. It's not working no more. Y'all fucking failed.
Even the Bible in and of itself, like if you just take the teachings, like you can use, like more often than not, like if you are a true, like a disciple of like what it says in the Bible, the Quran, or I'm forgetting what's like, what is it?
The Holy Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not versed on my theology.
Sumerian scrolls, all that.
Anyone that's like always a true student of just the text are always like the most critical of those that like form organized religions and shit around it. Like,
right.
Like more like I've had like an ex who was like she wasn't necessarily a theology major, but she studied a lot of history, and theology was like a huge aspect of that. And like she's like read the Bible front and back so many times, and it's just like how do you guys like not understand like your own bullshit here, like by just reading your own Bible? Like this is wild.
The problem here's the problem with religions. is the premise of a religion. What people can debate all day, theologians, historians, whatever, on the history of religions. Bottom line, religions were created in order to create people. And my apologies, in order to control people. There was no precipice for from what we had documented before this, that you had these groups of people who were believing these things. People were praising everything. People were praising the sun. They were praising the moon. And then you have these systems put in place, which is the same story over and over again. Copy and paste, whether it's Hercules, Maitreya, Jesus Christ, Yahshua ben Yosef, Muhammad. Dude, there's no evidence any of these people ever fucking existed. It's all fucking an echo chamber of self-affirmations with these people. When there was a man named Yahshua ben Yosef, who is what the character Jesus Christ is based off of, and the man was a revolutionary.
Yeah.
He helped tear down establishment, and when he was persecuted by the Romans, he was seeking revolution and persecuted by the Romans. That's why Yahshua ben Yosef was crucified. That's why they were crucifying people. Okay, we don't crucify people or lynch them today. We fucking shoot them. The police fucking shoot them in the head on some Judge Dredd shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think like every single thing we're talking about really just revolves around control. It's just control of like the minority against the majority of some sort, as far as like rich versus poor, like, the ones that know the sacred text and you heathens that don't. Like, you're right. Like, this is all just cyclical in many other different ways. And it's just like,
those people are victims of the inferiority complex.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, let's keep it a buck. You take the world population, people of color outnumber whites 3-1. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
You mix mud with water. You mix mud with water. You got muddy water. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one of the biggest things was they didn't want inbreeding. Mexicans are the product of like trying to create a superior slave force.
I took like a brief history of Mexico class where they talked because it was like pretty much
They bring Africans. They bring Africans to Central America and to the Caribbean and to the islands and to South America, and they were making us all breed with each other, and they were putting their blood into it because they thought it would help them live longer. So our blood will help their blood. Oh, our white blood will help them live longer. They'll have we take this slave race and we take this slave race and we mix them all together. There's some natives here. We'll mix them in there too.
Yeah, no, Christopher Columbus was the first master of
experimenting.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
I'm a product of an experiment. You know what I mean?
For sure, like fucking,
and people don't want to face that. Oh, it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was no. You fucking reap what you sow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, dude, like nobody is personally. The thing is too, when like anytime I ever hear about the conversation as far as like reparations and things like that, like no one's ever telling like you personally to come out of pocket of shit. They're asking the government itself, like, to acknowledge like fucking how you got this shit, like,
yeah,
that's why, like, it's not your shit anyway. Like, so what are you like bitching about when like someone's asking for it back?
You didn't work for it. You inherited it.
Absolutely.
And the shit we work, the shit like a lot of people. Not even I can't even. I don't want white people to get what I'm saying the wrong way. You know what I mean? I have a grandmother from Wales, so I know what lingers in the heart of most white people due to their own inferiority. No one's judging you. No one's blaming you. We're blaming your ancestors, is what it is.
Yeah.
So don't take it personal. We're just trying to help you fucking wake. It's like, I'd say white people are like Neo in the Matrix. When he first starts to wake up, he can't fucking believe it, and he denies it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like, that's kind of why, like, I've been trying to like take such a strong stance now lately, is just like I've kind of like suppressed it in some ways, as far as like to like maybe like not appear a certain way to like you know, like family or like people I grew up with and shit like that. And it's like, nah, fuck all that shit. Actually, like, what the fuck is all that worth if it's about some bullshit anyway? Like,
yeah, I mean, and even me myself, I remember, you know, I remember when I got the police talk, and I didn't understand. I was like, well, why do I got to be scared of the police? I see on the TV that, you know, they're the good guys, you know, those are the good guys. Well, that was until I was a little kid and I was on the end of a fucking barrel of a gun for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay. I start to see what it is. And then amongst my peers and my friends, I remember one time, I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to blow him up because maybe he's changed by now, and maybe his family has too. But I had a white friend when I was younger, and he cool, everything. His mom had met me at school. She had loved me. I mean, I'm little kid, you know what I mean? Before the world fucking corrupted me. He came over, and when she dropped him off, I remember seeing the look of shock on her face that my dad was Mexican. And my dad is like Indio-Mexican. Like, there's been times where people thought he was black. So I remember the utter shock on her face. And super nice lady, you know. From what I remember, she was probably like a Democrat, you know what I mean? You know, claimed that she wasn't a racist. But I remember her being like, and I see the wheels turning in her mind. Oh, am I going to let my kid stay in this Mexican, come to this Mexican place? You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And then but she knows it's wrong. She doesn't want to come off wrong. So she let him hang out, maybe for like 3 hours. She came back, picked him up. I never got to hang out with him ever again.
Wow.
He wouldn't even speak to me at school the next day.
Fuck. And you know, like, the more I try to acknowledge like shit that I remember from my shit, and then the more I'm like discussing with other people these stories, the more that I am like remembering, like almost shit like butterfly effect, like. And like there was a time where I was like, it wasn't like my uncle, but it was like my stepdad's brother, so whatever the fuck, they're fucking shitheads. I used to hang out with their kids at their house, and like down the way there used to be a Mexican family that lived at the end of the cul-de-sac, and we all like hung out and shit like that and did whatever. And for whatever reason, fucking, we all had fucking beef one time. And then but like, I remember like my fucking, like that fool's wife was telling us like, oh, no, don't be hanging out with like those Mexican kids like that. To the point where we even got into it with them again for whatever reason. And when the moms had to like come out and talk about it, like my little cousin, he was only like 4 or 5, because she was like, oh, I don't know why, you know, we try to tell these kids to get along and shit. And like my little cousin says, but I thought you said not to hang out with them because they're Mexican, and they're like, and this kid's like 4 or 5. And like I was only probably like 8, 9, 10, something like that. And it's like, there's just a lot of little shit like that.
When you're a child and you experience those things, when you're on the end of the experience, where do you think you get the fucking looting from?
Exactly.
You have children who grow up, and this is all they fucking know. I'm inferior to these people. I catch myself sometimes. I'm pulled up next to a white woman, and I just instinctively turn my music off. Why?
Yeah.
Fucking America. If I want to listen to my music loud, it's fucking 4 p.m. I'm going to play my music loud. Why do I do that? I'm fucking conditioned to fucking please white people all the time.
Yeah,
we get conditioned to do that. When I would be at work and somebody greets me. Oh, hi, how are you doing? How can I help you? Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. No, that's not how I talk. I don't even talk to my mother like that. I don't even talk to my grandmother like that. But when I get into the setting, I get out into society, I get out of these walls, and for some reason I feel like, I need white people around. I gotta act a certain way. I got fucking conditioned as a child to fucking please white people. A lot of people of color get that. A lot of biracial kids do that.
And for some reason,
I
for some reason, me as a white kid being told like you're superior, and it's like, what? Like, most of my friends are Mexican and like not necessarily black. I'll admit that outrightly because I just grew up in a fucking country ass town. Like, so I didn't really start having like black friends until I went into high school. But like growing up all my life, most of all my friends were Mexican. To where I'm like,
yeah.
What are you talking to me about? Like, and it's like, and for me, it's a little more easy to like recognize these things because like my mom was like an addict and a pill popper and shit like that. So it's like when you hear these things from a person like that, like, and it was like real blatant and shit like that. Like, not to be like too personal, put anyone else's business out there, but it's like, fuck it. Like, you're trying to tell me fucking black men, you can't put them in the same room together without them trying to fight and kill each other, and don't bring a black woman home, and fucking like my stepdad always trying to tell me too, fucking like, oh, Mexicans are thieves and shit like that. Just like all this little shit all the fucking time. And it's like I said, the more I think about it, the more I remember and the more it come out. And then it's just like I come to a realization myself. It's like, what the fuck is...
Or you'd be at work and a coworker could confine in you to say some slick shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at them fucking spicks over there. I can't stand these.
All the
spicks,
fucking, right now.
I can't.
Now, I went to work today, and these fucking, a couple of these motherfuckers and it's like, don't get me, and dude, I'm in a Hayward hub. Like, most of all my coworkers are black and Mexican. There's only like a few white dudes, and the few white dudes there are sitting there talking about, like, and mind you, they have a union fucking job, but they're trying to say shit like, oh, all these people on my fucking tax dollars destroying all these stores and nah. It's like, bro, you're acting like fucking, like, they didn't make fucking 40 million people just go off of work just now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And you're a union
I hate
job
that
too.
Argument they always make about, oh, I pay taxes. Hey, motherfucker, immigrants pay taxes and we get no tax returns.
Everybody pay taxes, you fuck. Like,
everybody's getting taxed out here.
Whether you're paying like your actual income tax or not, you're still paying taxes. Like,
right.
What does that mean? It's just, and that's the thing too. It's like, I got into it with someone because fucking in Oakdale, which I don't know if you're familiar with that, fucking cowboys and fucking who fucking, you know, just straight fucking fuck shit. And like, they try to have a Black Lives Matter protest in Oakdale. These kids pass by in a car, and I guess they would have threw a water bottle out their car, but these are kids in the car. They're like 16, 17 years old at this protest, and they're driving slow, but I guess like, I guess what happened was there was these older white dudes talking shit.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck too. Don't nobody out there really give a fuck. A lot of those white people are out there virtue signaling, trying to make themselves look good.
Fucking exactly. And that's what I got. That's what I got into it with this fucking person about, because they were like, okay, so
Travis, yeah, fuck him, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, fuck you, bro. Like, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, you seen that shit? Because I was like, immediately I went to him. I was like, oh, he has 5 mutual friends with me that are all either in battle rap or affiliated to like hip hop culture too. That's fucking wild. Straight saying all lives matter. And it's like, bro, if you really believe in all lives matter, you have no fucking problem then understanding Black Lives Matter then, don't you, shit face? Like, what are you talking about? Like, and like, all this all lives matter bullshit only ever fucking pops up when it's black youth fucking protesting for their fucking equality. There ain't never been an instance.
Here's why, because it gets deeper than race, and it's deeper than that shit. Because when you look at every political system, whether it's fascism, whether it's socialism, whether it's democracy, whether it's communism, there is always somebody at the bottom. These are pyramid schemes, how they're fucking set up. There's always a society that's at the bottom. When you see feminists go protest, the police are down there protecting them, so that they guide traffic. When Pride happens in San Francisco, which is a protest, let's keep it a buck, the police are there to protect them from counter protesters and from dehydration. When people of color, every single time if they're black or they're brown, the police are there to shut them down because they don't want to fucking hear it and they don't care.
Exactly.
Every single time. I got nothing against my gay brothers and sisters.
Not at all.
One of my biggest heroes ever is James Baldwin, openly homosexual black man, genius intellect. He used to debate European intellects and would fucking murder them on the floor.
No, it just goes to show you, like, how can you guys police effectively in a situation like that? But you're trying to say that
it's because they don't want it.
Exactly.
And because people of color, we're not people of color, we're people of power is what it is. We got so much power. We got the numbers, we got the words, and we're better than the police.
And let's keep
it they killed a kid last night. They killed a young Latino kid last night, 22 years old in Vallejo, shot him 5 fucking times.
Exactly.
He's dead. He's dead. Whether he was looting or protesting, he was unarmed. Now he's fucking dead. They don't give a fuck.
No, that's another thing too. Like
they want to keep it a buck that they shouldn't be scared yet. We know where police live. We know where our city council members are. We know our senators and congressmen. They're saying like it's an uprising. This ain't an uprising yet.
Not yet. But it can
it ain't an uprising yet.
It can get there real quick.
Uprisings. People on both sides die on uprisings. Right now, it's just people on our side are dying. No, police ain't got it yet. And I'm not calling out for it. It's just recognize y'all kill people. We stand there and record it. You're lucky we don't do it back at you.
But it's like
the numbers ain't the same. So anyone who's got that argument about police dying too, the numbers ain't the same.
Nah, and it's like, dog, like, fuck. It just goes without saying. It's like, dog, you're a cop. What the fuck did you think you fucking signed up for, bro? I'm not saying like just because you're a cop you have to go die or something like that. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like, bro, it's a dangerous fucking job. But that doesn't give you free reign to be out here like Judge Dredd. Like, what the fuck?
Right. You might as well be Gestapo, or you might as well be the Third Reich yourself, because you're not implementing any just laws.
Even that in and of itself, Judge Dredd's a cool shit and all, but like just the fact that exists as like a cool comic book is like a little fucking sketchy. Because it's like, oh, you're just making us be fucking try to sympathize with this fucking straight police state of a fucking cop and all this and that. Like, okay, that's interesting. There's just like a lot of little shit all the fucking time.
And like, I try to stay optimistic in all of this. Yeah. Because this feels different. But is it different? I wasn't around in the 60s. It probably felt just like this. You know what I'm saying? It probably felt exactly like this. They always tell us in school, history repeats itself. I just hope we don't let it fucking happen again.
Yeah.
Because if we just carry on, okay, these cops go to prison. All right, cool. They're in prison now. What fucking changes?
Exactly.
You got some people in prison. Everybody else, it's got to change from the top all the way down to the bottom. That's why. So like how, you know, we were talking earlier about what's going on in these streets. Chaos is going on in these streets. We have people now who are doing the silent protest. They're just going to open places and sitting in. We got some people who have taken the protests out of public places that now they're going to residential neighborhoods. They're waking your ass up tonight. They're going to wake your ass up so you hear them. You didn't want to see it on TV? Well, too bad. Now it's outside your window. You're going to fucking listen this time. I hope something changes, but we need to be organized. The groundwork only does so much. Paperwork is what will get us there.
Absolutely.
Okay? Change was implemented during the civil rights movement. Some change did happen, but what happens when that change comes and it's the same people sitting in those seats of power? Yep. Nothing. So and a lot of people want to talk a big game, you know. What's happening in the streets, cool. We have everyone's attention. That's what it does. Now that we have everyone's attention and the whole world is listening, we need to be organized. We need to mobilize. We need to have a mission statement. We need to have a list of demands. We need to sit down with our police chiefs. We need to have a conversation. We need to break bread with the enemy right now.
And honestly,
otherwise it's going to get a lot worse.
And I don't want to see this bullshit where it's like, oh, we called to resign. No, like, fucking storm City Hall, demand be fucking heard, and be like, if you don't fucking run with what we want, get the fuck out right now. Like, now. We'll point someone right the fuck now.
Here's the problem with that, too. Here's the problem with that, too. Change would come exponentially faster if the amount of people who are in the streets right now showed up to city council meetings. If they showed up every month to a city council meeting, those type of numbers, you think those people are going to feel safe sitting up there every night working that bullshit? No. Eventually they'll fucking resign if they know what's good for them. And then we need people in the community to step up. We really do.
Yeah, I know. Like, even before this broke out, I've been saying, if you're capable of doing more, you're fucking obligated to do more. And now that's more true now more than ever.
Right. If you're feeling disgusted in your stomach, don't live with that. Do something about it. I got 2 nephews. Both of them are black. My nephew Junior, he's a fucking kid. And every time I fucking see him, I know one day he's going to be out in public and something, I feel it in me. Every experience I ever have, he's going to have to go through it. I wasn't the most level-headed person, and I've made many mistakes in my life that I do not stand behind anymore. And growing up, I had a propensity for violence, and I'm lucky that a cop has never fucking killed me. The amount of guns that police have had in my face, it's a fucking blessing and a miracle that I'm even talking to you right now. Now, is my nephew, is he going to have that? Is he going to have the same luck I had? Is my Elias, my other nephew, is he going to have that same type of luck?
At this moment right now, what's fucking sad is...
I have my sister, my other sister, she has a little boy. The father of that child, he's white, so the baby is pretty snowy, if you know what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to. The fact that I don't worry about him, because I know he's going to be all right. He's probably not going to be. That's not fucking right. That shouldn't even be an option on the table right now. So we need to get organized. And I'm not trying to. I ain't tooting my own horn, but I want to get fucking organized. So yesterday I reached out to the Brown Berets of East Los. Now, during the civil rights movements, you had the Black Panther Party, the Brown Beret Party, and you had the Yellow Pearl. So all these organizations still exist today. Not as organized as they were because there's no funding and people are so busy with all the bullshit in life that don't fucking matter that they can't organize and actually implement some real work. So I reached out to Rosie Cejudo. She put me in contact with Dr. David Sanchez, one of the founding members of the Brown Berets. Later on this week, I'm going to have one of these meetings with him. I want to start the Brown Beret Party in the Bay Area. I want to organize with my fellow Latin people. I don't care if you're Chicano. I don't care if you're Chicana, Mexicana, Nicaragüense. I don't care if you're El Salvadorian. Okay? Our black brothers and sisters need us. A year ago, when people were locked up in cages who are still in cages right now, you had a lot of black people in those crowds who were right there with us.
Exactly.
And then when I see my fellow people of color out there who are like, oh, well, black people this, and oh, well, we're not like that, but we work hard. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up. You ain't white. And you ain't as hard as you want to be white. You ain't never gonna be white. So don't try and toe the line and think that you're better because you're not.
Yeah.
Not by a long shot.
Fact.
My own people. It's beautiful to see how, and to be on a more positive note, it's beautiful to see people who are changing.
Yeah.
People who didn't feel like this 2 weeks ago, who now have woken the fuck up and like that, woke up. No, they know it's not right, and now they feel it in their heart that it's not right, and now it's going to change them. It's going to change how they raise their kids. It's going to change the friends that they make. It's going to change the decisions they make. It's going to be that thing that keeps them from calling the cops on somebody that they're scared of, and then have cops coming and fucking killing them. a lot of shit Dan said last night. I don't want to beat a dead horse because that just turned to rotten. But a lot of shit Dan said last night was so on the fucking ball. That was one of the great. It was one of the greatest episodes. It was one of the greatest episodes of a podcast to ever air on this channel alone.
Facts.
Because there were so many valuable points that were hit in there, and it was candid. Dan got on camera and just spoke from his heart, and I fucking love Dan so much for fucking getting on here, and for fucking saying something, and for fucking bringing his experience to the table. Dan comes from the street skater culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That fool's had guns in his face.
Facts.
Guarantee you his father has had guns in his face. His brother's had guns in his face. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people out there who have had these experiences, and they chalk it up to, I must have did something wrong, or they had a bad day. No, fuck that. A lot of these guns got hair triggers.
Yeah.
All they need to do is fucking slip and you're dead.
I was telling a friend of mine earlier before we went live that I've had like run-ins with cops, and only one time like did they draw guns on me, but it wasn't like, so it's like they were searching for my cousin who skipped out on house arrest, and they were just searching our property, and I didn't know they were there. I'm walking from my house to my uncle's house like I usually always did, and I see a dude with a dog on a leash thinking it's my uncle because he always had like his flashlight too, and I like make a joke at him, and then the flashlight just goes right to me. He's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? And then they all of a sudden out of nowhere, motherfuckers just surround me. They pulled their guns out, but it's like I wasn't like wearing a hat or nothing, so they could see as clear as day who the fuck I am. And they like, even in that situation, I did not feel like I was gonna die then.
Right. I mean,
because it wasn't like in my fucking face. They didn't put me on the ground or nothing. They just like wanted to make sure I wasn't who they thought I was.
But it has to. But you know what? They're fucking trained like that.
Exactly. And I've
They have to anticipate everything. They gotta stop training people. This ain't a fucking war zone unless you make it one.
Yeah, no. And I've been saying it's like I've taken like I took one like law enforcement class, and I was like, oh, y'all are fucking crazy, manipulative, fucking ego trip, fucking like y'all are wild. Like CHP prides himself on being a quasi military force. Like
yeah.
This ain't fucking like, they're not subtle about none of this shit. And that's why like I'm trying to do everything I can to try to fucking blast the horn to like my fucking fellow white people. Cause it's like, y'all need to stop fucking playing, like just sitting on the fence, and y'all need to stop fucking just like that's what I'm saying. Like I will never forget these 2 weeks that have happened in like my past life. Like the conversations I've been having with people, the fucking shit that I've been seeing on the internet, just fucking hearing it. I'm fucking right here in Hayward, and I'm on like just being on my route. I'm seeing just like they protested on my route, and it's like I'm seeing all of this, and it's so fucking obvious and in your fucking face, and how you could just be like hanging out and fucking just like, oh, well, wish I can go fucking back to fucking shopping again. Like, what?
It's gotta change. It's gotta change from the top down, from everything, and in things that have never really been discussed before.
Yeah.
As far as like police need to be retrained. Okay, if anybody who thinks they can, train for 6 months and they take these classes and they take these tests and they give you a fucking gun and they put you in a neighborhood where you don't know fucking anybody there, and they feed you every day. Every fucking day.
Oh, they all just want to kill you, and you're fucking.
You on these streets, you have to be the embodiment of violence. You cannot hesitate to kill anybody. That's what they fucking train them to do.
Yeah.
CHP is some of the what you were talking about CHP the other night. They're the fucking worst.
Yeah.
My homie used to fuck this stupid bitch Tiffany. Yeah, fuck you, Tiffany. Suck a dick, bitch. Fucking, she's a CHP officer. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your family. Fuck your ancestors. Tiffany was chopping it up one night how they're trained to shoot to kill. Because you want to know why? If they live, you got a fucking lawsuit on your hands.
Exactly.
You got somebody who can testify in court.
Exactly.
You fucking shoot to kill. What the fuck? Are you North fucking Korea?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? We talk so much shit about other countries and how they conduct diplomacy, but we don't ever take a look at our own. Well, we do, but don't nobody want to fucking change it. Don't nobody want to talk about it. And then we get these paper tiger politicians who get in there. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Nancy Pelosi. Fuck every single one of these motherfuckers. It's a monarchy all over again. We have these people who have been in politics. The family have been in politics for 100 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
It should be fucking illegal for a man to run for president and for his son to become a president. That's illegal. That should be illegal.
It's fucking.
How does that fucking happen?
It fucking. Man.
It's
designed, man.
Don't understand that.
Yeah.
And then now half these people are all fucking related to each other. And I'll throw my little wrestling knowledge in there right quick. Jesse the Body Ventura, a former politician on a high level, said politicians are just like wrestlers.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're drinking at the same bars and they're fucking the same prostitutes. Well, in this case, they taking the same drugs and they're all fucking the same kids. That's what it is.
And that's like
they all protecting each other.
And like, not to make too much levity of the situation, but like, I see everything going on. It's like, dude, I'm a wrestling fan. I know a fucking work when I see one, bro. Like the fuck?
Yo, somehow Jim Cornette and Vince Russo are all behind this, I bet.
Oh, no, yeah, Jim Cornette. That's the thing. People fucking talk hella shit about Jim Cornette, but that fool be going super fucking hard against Trump all the goddamn time if you pay attention to him.
I'm not a huge Russo fan.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the shit he did
Nah, that fool
in the
weird.
Attitude Era. But as a person, he's very flip-floppy.
Yeah.
Very much a flip-flopper. And Jim Cornette has been Jim Cornette.
Exactly. You know where that fool fucking stand. He'll tell you.
He's matured over the years. I like how he fucking just got into wrestling right quick.
Right, yeah. But, yeah, we
about to make me go in my closet and get my LWO shirt right now.
Oh, dude, let me show you something right quick, actually. Fucking shout out to lucha/mask.com.
Oh, no, you didn't. Órale, güey.
Yeah.
Gang, all up in here.
How to get that shit. How to get that shit.
That's luchamask.com, yeah?
Yeah, fucking lucha/mask.com. Those are actually like the folks too. Like they're
professional grade masks.
Yeah,
they're the ones who made the mask for Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, they're professional grade masks, but also yeah, because they got like La Parca, they got pretty much all the luchadors.
They got Psychosis.
Yeah.
They got, Super Crazy.
They're but
El Santo.
Pro Wrestling Revolution right out of here in the South Bay. They because they can't throw shows, they came up with the idea. They've been making them. So shout out to them. Go give them a follow and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, that was actually a good little lighthearted fucking thing right there, man. Because we got pretty heavy in the woods. But you know what? We all need to get heavy in the woods right now. And I'm fucking
right.
Like, I'm encouraging, like I said, like, I know for a fact I come from fucking people that believed in supremacy. Like, whether they, fully understood that they knew or not.
So do I.
Whether they understood they knew or not, I did. And they said wild ass shit all the fucking time. And if anybody watching this falls into that category, like, I don't know, I haven't had a relationship with my fucking folks in a long ass time, even for other shit. But if you still got a relationship with folks like that, now's a great fucking time to have your own. Like, this is the thing. You were saying earlier that people of color have to give their children the police talk, almost like it's a sex talk growing up. I never had neither one of those. Ever. So now, if you are someone that's never had to have a police talk in your life, you need to go talk to your parents about the racism fucking talk. Straight up.
Right.
Because, yeah, fucking, dude, like I said, a lot of me fucking felt a certain way about, like, I don't know, like, definitely, like, knowing where I stood, but, like, oh, not speaking out too much or nothing like that. Nothing, like, fuck that shit. I host a fucking show. What the fuck am I doing with my life? I have the capabilities of going live. I don't have many fucking followers, but you know what? Like, I see a lot of fucking bullshit going on out there. I see a lot of fucking bullshit on my fucking TV. Somebody got to be out here like, look, this is just what I'm fucking taking in and fucking putting back to you guys, and we're gonna have more people.
And it's good. It's good. It's good to see something like that. You know what I mean? Like I haven't known you for very long. You know, I can possibly try and imagine the type of person you were 10 years ago. It's nice to see who you are today. It's a beautiful sight. And you've taken a step in the right direction.
I mean,
I'm trying to take a step in the right direction. I think the majority of people are. They just don't know where to step to. But stuff like this, starting a conversation, using a platform for something. Maybe the next time someone's at the grocery store and you see somebody who needs help that doesn't look like you, it's like, hey, you need any help with anything? You know?
Yeah.
Here's another thing I want to talk about. So. When I was in Fairfield, my homie has a restaurant, a Mexican family from Jalisco. I've known the homie fucking ever since I moved out here. So maybe like 6th, 7th grade, and been through a lot over the years. They've had a restaurant for the last 10 years here. It's on North Texas Street over in Fairfield, La Costa Azul. And when this was, you heard the story about the people who stole the crane and crashed into a Best Buy, yeah?
No.
All right. Well, in Fairfield, shit got crazy. There was no so there was a protest in Vacaville on Monday, and it got shut down. It only lasted a few hours, which is crazy because a month ago, there was a bunch of white people and farmers out there with guns in front of the police station. They protested for 8 hours. But families, honestly, and people don't know, Vacaville was mostly white families. The police are notorious for fucking murdering people. The police murdered my little homie Jose Godinez. They fucking murdered him. And to see white families, white mothers, pregnant mothers with little white children there protesting for a black man in front of the police station was fucking beautiful. It lasted a couple hours. Mayor shut it down. Police came out, bring the helicopter out, shut it down. Everybody fucking left. So what you have to have happen in Fairfield, which is just a 5-minute drive away? Well, there was no fucking protest. People just started looting.
Yep.
Throughout the fucking streets. We stayed in front of the homies. There's a shopping area. It's like a little mini mall. There's a Mexican meat market. There's a nail salon. It's all these local businesses owned by people of color. You had homeless people sleeping in front of the buildings, making sure nobody fucked them up. My homie Abdul, he has a smoke shop off of North Texas. There was a group of 5 homeless people out there all fucking night. You know, the homies are like, hey, bruh, I get some smokes. I'll clean up the front of the print. I'll wipe everything down for you. Oh, yeah. We need to get back to having a community on all levels.
On all levels.
Stop making fun of the person who's a drug addict living on the fucking street. They need your fucking help. Because best believe when people went out looting, they were fucking helping you. And you could see the spots where there's a sense of community, like at my homie's store, my homie's restaurant. Where we're out here talking to people. The people on the street fucking protected them. But places like Walmart, Rayleigh's, Safeway, fucking Metro PCS, Best Buy, GameStop, they got fucked up all in under an hour. In under an hour throughout the city, police didn't even know what fucking hit them. They pulled up to the Walgreens. There was no door at the Walgreens no more. When I drove by the Metro store, I seen they grabbed a chain, they put a chain around the door and attached it to a Honda Civic and ripped the doors right off.
I was like, because I was about to ask you how you rip off a Walgreens door, but there you fucking go.
They was doing it, you know what I mean? And like, I don't condone that.
No.
I don't condone
but
that.
But I understand.
A lot of you who are out there, fuck you. You know better. But you can't blame them. You feed somebody a spoonful of hate every day, they're going to throw up right on you. And that's what happened. You know?
And it's one of those
That's what
things.
happened.
And it's like you pointed out, they tried protesting in one city, they get shut down, so they just like, all right, well, y'all don't want to hear us, we're gonna fucking make you hear us tonight. Like, that's what it is.
No pun intended, but some of this looting and rioting is counterproductive. You know, like
Yeah.
we're no pun intended, but you got people. It's literally, you can see the difference on the television. You turn to Fox News versus CNN. Don't get me wrong, I don't fuck with either of them, but it's two completely different narratives going on right now. And you can literally see what people are being fed, the images that they're being fed, what's being recycled in the news. Fucking, when they were talking about Philly on fire, they used fucking footage from World War Z. What the fuck? They used the still from World War Z from a chopper view, and then they tried to say like, oh, it was a simple misunderstanding. No, it wasn't. You can go on YouTube right now and see what's streaming off of Philly and what's popping. That was bullshit. Like, people trying to have this controlled narrative. So we need to be wise to what's going on right now too, because they're also pinning everybody against each other.
And that's the other thing too, is like, we all at a certain point,
martial law is real.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's important to stay.
You see how Trump acts.
Yeah, and it's important to stay informed, but don't let that shit get to the point where like once I get the fucking opportunity, I'm fucking gonna be out in these streets, because if you're fucking healthy enough to fucking not get fucked up by that COVID, and fucking, I don't give a fuck what you got going on in your life right now. Yeah, when you got the time, you should be out in these fucking streets.
Here's another thing I just want to add, because it speaks volumes on how the media fucking plays games, and how you can't even believe what you see anymore, what you experience anymore. I was in Oakland, I was in San Francisco, I was in Sacramento, I was in Vacaville, out here in Fairfield. I tried to take precaution. Before, when everything was peaceful, we were handing out masks. I'm always prepared. I have hazmat regulated equipment here, so I was masked up and I was ready to go. Even though that's not what I wanted, I had a backpack full of medical supplies, just in case. Hope I didn't need to use them. Had to help people out because the police don't know how to fucking act. I'm bumping shoulders with these people. We're getting people's blood on each other, our sweat and everything. At my work, we do COVID testing.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 days ago, I took a test. I got my results today. I'm still negative. How the fuck am I still negative in 3 major cities, full of germ? I'm picking people up off the ground. I got a bum knee. Somebody help me off the ground. I'm getting shit out of my eyes. I get stuck inside my mask. How do I not have COVID right now?
I was talking to a friend of mine about that too, because she's like was locked inside for this whole time, and she's just like fucking pretty much convinced the air is lava and shit like that. I'm like, yo, I've been outside this whole time, and they check my temperature every single day, not at UPS, but at a retirement home that I deliver to, because they won't let me in the retirement home unless I'm not fucking sick, and I ain't never been sick this whole time. So it's like, all right, I don't know what that means. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, which retirement facility was that?
It's called Baywood. It's in Castro Valley. It's off of Dolores.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I delivered there, and it's like right near the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, that's like the main part of the call they have is like a strict quarantine, and they in or out the door. It's limited time, and they have to take everyone's temperature.
Yeah. And it's like also like I encourage everybody to be out in these streets, like not to fucking cause chaos, but it's like if you got such a strong fucking opinion about how people should be demonstrating out there, go out there yourself then and fucking show us. Fucking be out here with us.
Sign them petitions.
Donate.
Sign the petitions. They're fucking out there. If you know somebody who's locked up, call a bail bondsman. There's a ton of organization and activism groups out there who got money that people donate to. They're trying to get people out.
If you follow me on Instagram,
people can do that. The paperwork is just as good as the groundwork.
Absolutely.
The groundwork is in and has been played out, and we got attention. Now comes the paperwork.
Absolutely.
We beat them at their own game. Personally, as far as a leader for this country, I'm not voting for a president this year. It's bullshit.
I just like don't believe it, man. I believe in voting local, but I don't believe in the fucking dog and pony show.
I'm gonna vote local, and I'm gonna vote statewide because it's the least I can do. But I gotta vote every fucking day with my dollar.
Yep.
The American dollar, which is losing value every fucking day during this pandemic, even right fucking now. That's how you vote every day.
Exactly.
You want to see change. Companies are what make the world go round. Corporations are what control the politics. You take away their money, they got fucking nothing.
Yeah, because
we get to take seats of power in politics.
All we know as people is they didn't arrest the other 3, and they only got dude on a 3rd degree. Everybody start being in the streets and shit start burning, and all of a sudden they got the other 3, and they bump up a fucking degree. They just bump up the degree.
Right, and it's cool because they're giving us what we want right now.
Yeah, but it's like, we don't want just that no more.
I did this already.
Mm-hmm.
I did this when Oscar Grant got murdered, protested. He got 2 fucking years.
That's what
from a manslaughter charge. I did this during HR 4437 when they were trying to illegally detain people of Latin descent, whether they were legal or not. I protested during that shit. I got people still in fucking cages in Texas right now, getting fucking raped by people. And the people who are supposed to be guarding them don't give a fuck. CNN, look that shit up. It's going on right now. Fucking Standing Rock. People been protesting and the shit ain't changed. It's got to come on every single level at the same time, and it starts with the money.
Yeah.
Money makes the world go round. We vote every day with our dollar. You see a corporation that's financing somebody's election. They're supporting someone's campaign. They're
done.
You see their leaders and what they do and how they treat their employees. Stop fucking giving them money.
Yeah, fucking what is it? Wendy's, Taco Bell.
We're selling ourselves. We're selling our freedom for fucking comfort and instant gratification. We need to stop doing that shit because that's why we are here today.
Yep.
We are the tools of our own oppression. We've been oppressed so far. We've become the instruments of our own oppression. And it's because we keep fucking around. We got to stop fucking around.
Yeah, man. And fucking... Yeah, man, just, if you fucking got time, you need to fucking be out in this world, and you need to understand, like, what's really going on out there, like my fucking man Lucho here, because fucking, like we said, this whole time, fucking, if you're not spending your time, and if you're not spending your time and your dime where it belongs fucking right now, you're fucking up, dog. And it's like... We gotta invest in each other at the end of the day. Absolutely.
You look at, and this ain't no anti-Semitic shit. Look at the Jews, okay? Look at how the Jews have done. All their money comes right back to them, and they have a community. When I was a kid and I turned 13, I already knew 4 people who had been fucking murdered when I was 13. When Jewish kids turn 13, they get bank accounts. They get trust funds. We need to put money back into ourselves.
Yeah.
And then once we have our own communities in check, we can all come together as one, the right way. Because it can't happen. We got to fix our own problems and then come together after all the problems are fixed. But right now, first we got to have a fucking level playing field. You can't fix internal problems until the playing field is leveled out. It ain't going to happen. It's just more pyramid scheme bullshit in the way we do our politics.
Exactly.
Pac said, the people is in the power and politics we address. So we keep talking about stupid shit. We vote on stupid shit that don't mean nothing, that don't really bring about no change. And fucking everybody was talking about fucking Joe Exotic for a bunch of fucking months. You know, for fucking months. It grabbed the nation's attention. Some stupid shit. Hey, mama. Sorry, my dog just came over here. You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here.
That's the mamas.
This is Penny. This is Mama right here. This is Penny. She turns 10 years old this year. That's my baby. I bottle fed her 3 weeks old. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see. I always see her on your Instagram videos. You guys look like you definitely fucking are the best of friends for sure.
Fucking that dog saved my life.
Yeah.
The dog saved my life on more ways than one. I got attacked by a dog and she fucking saved me. Dog.
Wow.
She saved me from a dog. No, I mean, saved me from myself. About a little over a year ago, she got diagnosed with cancer, and I had to come up with the decision: am I gonna put her on chemo for a year, and she dies anyways. She's sick for an entire year, can't eat, and then she just dies, or am I going to give her the best life she can possibly have and live out as naturally as possible? And then at the same time, I had to look at myself. I've been a drug abuser the majority of my life, and the big homie Ron was a big motivator in getting sober. And when Ron passed away, you know, I tried to follow in his footsteps and I fucking failed big time and let myself down. But I can say now, in August, it'll be the first time since I've been 12 years old, an entire year of sobriety.
Hey.
And I did it because who's gonna take care of that dog if I'm gone? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be Theo Lucho to my nephews if I'm gone? You know, who's gonna help my grandmother when she's gone? You know, death has been a major factor in my life and how it's affected me, and I've let death affect me in a negative way most of the time. And I'm not going to do that anymore. Now it's a motivator to get shit done with the time that I have while I'm still here. I'm living on borrowed time, brother. I'm living on borrowed time. I've been shot twice. I've spent countless nights in the hospital recovering from overdoses, and I've gone to rehab, fucked up. Spent a lot of my life being a scumbag piece of shit, and I'm on borrowed time, and with this time I have left, I'm going to do something positive with it. Everybody always hits me up about, like, music and shit. I got more going on in life than just music, okay? Like, it's more. There's more to life than just fucking vanity and living in an echo chamber of self-affirmations, you know.
Absolutely.
There's more to life than that, you know. And that's why, like, you know, like, big salute to Dan. Like, you know, Dan has been such a focal point in not only the battle rap scene, but just like in the streets. When me and Dan went to go see Joey Diaz live at the San Jose Improv.
Yeah.
And when we were leaving, I barely seen. Every single head turn was like, oh, yo, Dirtbag Dan, that's Dirtbag. Hey, Dirtbag Dan! And then Dan was like, oh, yo, hey, what's up, y'all? You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, that fool is like...
He's put in work for the longest time.
He's legitimately known in his city.
He not only thinks for himself, but for people around. Like, when... I've known Dan for a couple years now, and I mean, I've always been in the scene, but I was never the person to, like, introduce myself and fucking. How I am, I'm the quietest person in the room majority of the time. And you know, Dan gave me the confidence. You know, I've always known I could spit. I've always known I had a strong pen game. But like, Dan was the one who fucking, you know, threw me a compliment. He didn't know me like that, and he fucking told me like, "But you're fucking tight." And Cody reverse fucking told me like, "Yo, you're fucking tight. I didn't even know you did music. Why ain't you doing music?" Like, I'm sorry, I'm a dirtbag piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking fuck up drug addict who like can't get his shit together, and like I have to have a fucking lawyer on retainer because I'm always in trouble. And like, it ain't like that no more. And like, for people, you see people like Dan who just step away and focus. Dan's fucking saving lives.
Yeah.
He's saving all these dogs right now. That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking salute to my G out there fucking saving lives. Fucking came on here last night. He didn't have to come on here last night. He got a wife at home. You know what I mean? He's got all them dogs he's got to take care of. Nah, he came down here, popped a brew, and fucking talked about some real shit. And like what we doing right now, sitting down and talking about some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have more of this to where it becomes the regular.
Yeah.
This should be the regular. People communicating like this.
That was...
Everybody gets so caught up in social media and all this entertainment. And people forget Hollywood was made to distract people.
Yep.
They made Hollywood to distract people. They gave us this technology to distract us. Well, it's time to use it back at them. We've taken these weapons they forged against us, and we're bringing it back to them.
Exactly.
We can all be free, live equally. I'll put it like this. One person dies, it doesn't mean anything. It's just one person. The world keeps going. The world fucking, whatever. We all get hit by an asteroid, so be it. Which could happen like that. Yellowstone pops, whatever. We're all gone. We all start from scratch. The fact that this guy died, and I can't even say lucky. I'm glad somebody was there. I wish somebody would have intervened. I wish, what, 2 people go to jail, at least nobody's dead. If you go up and beat and fucking, sucker punch a cop who's about to kill somebody, whether God exists or not, in that being's eyes, you were the just one. You know what I mean? And so I swear to God, I never let that shit happen in front of me. I ain't never let that shit happen in front of me, ever. I ain't finna tell myself right now, but the boy got busy. Alright? I got fucking torn meniscus right now. I got a bucket handle tear my meniscus, and I got busy. If I can do it, y'all can do it. Don't let shit slide no more. And recording shit, they don't cut it. It don't cut it. Record it. Record what's happening and then do something. The people got your back now. So now that people know that people are fed up, we're the majority of us are on the same side. People need to act.
Exactly.
When you see something, act on it. And if you are a white person living in America,
weaponize your privilege.
They need to understand that you have it's like you got the fucking infinity gauntlet with one stone in there.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what it is. Everybody in America has got an infinity gauntlet on their hand, but only white people have stone in theirs.
You know what's so
whatever stone it may be, and they gotta use that to fucking help. You know what I mean?
What's so crazy to me right now, and I never even thought about this until right this fucking second, but all these fucking white people want to feel so superior. You have the best opportunity right now of all time to feel like you're actually one with the people and you can actually like have a true place in the world by calling this shit out and standing with everyone else that is standing up to this.
And especially some white people who do have that because racism is taught. That's a system that is taught. We're not born with that. The same way a person doesn't choose to be gay or a lesbian is the same way a person is not born a fucking racist. They're taught that shit. So if you grew up being taught that shit, you've always, in the pit of your soul, felt that it was wrong, but because your family or your affiliations and, you don't want to look like this to the people that you care about, hey, fuck them, because they're the ones who are wrong. The way you feel right now is right. Go, you see somebody who's a different color, go talk to them.
Absolutely.
Give them a fucking hug. Fuck the coronavirus. Go show them some fucking love. Otherwise, if we're all here full of fucking hate and living in fear all the time, why the fuck are we living?
Man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like, as much as, like, I'm trying to, like, spread, like, the actuality of what these police are fucking doing out here and shit like that, and I know, like, some people could probably view that as, like, oh, you're just being negative. Nah, I'm trying to be realistic, but my hope is that shit angers you to the point that you want to build your own community and you want to get involved in the community again. Like, I want you to see that and get outraged and have a conversation with people.
And I'll tell you like this. When like what you're doing right now and you speak out, it does good, because a person of color is going to stumble across this video. Somebody who felt like I did growing up, having a hate in my heart. I'm not going to lie, I used to fucking hate white people. To this day, I bump across white people, and I'm like, man, I know they think they're better than me. And inside, I feel inferior, and I feel like they are better than me, because that's how I was raised to think. Though people like me, they see people like you and what you're doing, and then they say, you know what? Not all white people are fucking evil like I thought they were.
And it's like
not all white people hate me like I thought they did.
I can never relate to a person of color, like, especially like if you're like got a good build or anything like that, like you look quote unquote like intimidating and shit. Like, but I am like a 6'1" bald white dude. Like, if I walk up into a spot of people of color, like, at first I have that feeling of, I know they're like, oh, that motherfucker probably is like, like everything that you're talking about as far as like the presumptions and shit like that. But I don't like try to like sit on some sort of like soapbox or high horse to be like, oh, well, I fucking experienced that too, because it's not even the same, and it's not by police. It's by fucking when I step into communities of people of color and I'm the only white dude there, and they're just like, it's like a record scratch. Like when you're a white dude, like I'll walk into like an all black restaurant and it's just like you know, and then like the music goes back.
And what people don't realize is, you know, whether you're black or you're Latino, our communities are the most loving communities.
Absolutely.
You know, you gotta, we're gonna test you right quick. We're gonna G-check you, see what your intentions are. But once we know you come from a good place, man, growing up, all my best friends were black. The majority of the neighborhoods I've lived in my whole life has been predominantly black neighborhoods. I fucking love black people. My best friend growing up, who's still alive, thank God, who's still alive, Jonathan. I met up with him last night. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, and this everything that's gone on got us talking again. And we started going through these stories, all this time. And one story, what that we talked about really stuck out. I was like 5 years old, and I got I want to say it was my birthday. It was my birthday or something, or he was just over at the apartment staying the night. I got in trouble, and I started crying because my mom used to beat the shit out of me. She used to, you know, she was a spare the rod, spoil the child type of mom, but I got beatings for it, and sometimes it felt like she tried to beat the brown out of me. Honestly, it does, and like we don't have the best relationship to this day, but you know, that's my mom's and I love her. But I got in trouble when I started crying, and Jonathan started crying, and then my mom was like, "Whoa, what's going on? Why are you crying?" And he said, because he's my brother. If he's in trouble, then I'm gonna stand here and get in trouble too. And I don't want us to be in trouble. Man, that shit. The fact that we both still remembered that.
Wow, man.
And that we were fucking children, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I seen his mother and his father, because I grew up in a 99% black congregation, a church called Living Waters, and everybody I know, from my Pastor Gary Austin Hill, any man I've ever looked up to has always been black or brown, and I was always scared of white people because I knew I was never good enough to be with them. And that's fucking programming. It has to be broken.
Yeah.
You know, these black communities got so much fucking love. Look at what's going on. Like at this point, it could be deemed justifiable to go out and kill police right now. It really could be, because this has been going on since the dawn of America. Since the dawn of America. It was built on the backs of slaves.
Yeah.
And it stands today with the hands of brown people.
It was conceived in bloodshed, and it continued that way. To this day. To this day. You know? But facts, though.
And I just want all my black brothers and sisters out there to know I got nothing but love for them. Later this week, I'm going to be talking with Dr. David Sanchez. I want to get the Brown Beret headquarters set up here in the Bay Area, whether it be Oakland or San Francisco. I want my fellow Latinos, Latinas, Latinx, Chicanos, Chicanas, South Americans, Central Americans, wherever you are, we need to unite, because there's still a lot of fighting to do, you know?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people got killed this last week. A lot of people are dead this last week, unjustly murdered by police, and there's no coverage on it because it's getting drowned out. But as soon as this stuff starts to die down, those names are going to come up, and we got to get back to work.
Exactly.
And we got to get work from the ground up, from the top to the bottom. Everything's got to change. The system has to change, because if it doesn't, we're all going to die. I guarantee that.
Absolutely. If you could tell somebody right now that's just fed up and just wants to get involved and they don't know how, what would you say?
What was that?
If you could just tell somebody like how to get involved, where's step one?
Okay. Best way to get involved right now is to educate yourself. You need to see everything that is going on right now, because it should be a fucking wake-up call, because this is happening right now. This is a pivotal moment in history that you get to experience. This is the most interesting time to be alive right now. So educate yourself and brush up on it, because if we make it through this 20, 30 years from now, your kids are going to ask you, oh, what happened? What did you do during 2020?
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did you do when everyone stood up to racism? Were you not there?
What did you do? Well, I remember looking at the history books in school. I mean, granted, I couldn't read till I got to high school, but I remember the pictures, and you see these white people who are shouting at these innocent little black kids who are going to these integrated schools. I look back at that. I remember asking my grandma. I remember asking my grandfather. I was like, "Oh, what did you do during that time? Like, I don't see any pictures of you. Like, where were you?" You know what I mean? That's where it starts. That's where it starts in raising your kids right, is you let them know that you did something about it. You didn't stand for it. Otherwise, our planet is dying. Our people are dying. And people are fucking making a killing off of it right now. It's got to change or else we're all dead. And then otherwise, what's the fucking point of living? I ain't no nihilist. I ain't no religious, fanatic, I want to believe that I have a soul. I want to believe that everybody has a purpose. I want to believe there's some point in all this. We got to do better. Everybody's got to do better. You got to sign petitions. Whether it's a fucking million signatures or 10 million signatures, it's like fucking that. It takes 30 seconds to sign a fucking petition. The amount of time people spend on net, you ain't got nothing to do. People ain't working right now. What are you doing? Educate yourself. If you got fucking money in your fucking savings, donate it to an organization that is bailing people out right now. You're gonna get that money back during tax season.
If you're watching this right now, if you follow me on Instagram, Ryne_Watkins, in the link of my bio is a link that will take you over to just a huge list of charities. You can donate individually. You can put like a whole total and they'll split it up. Like, yeah, do all those fucking things immediately.
People need to realize these non-profit organizations, that's all tax refunds. You take that. That's the first step right there. You're investing in each other right there. You take that money, you bail these people out. Those are the people that were on the street. Take that money, bail them out. You'll get it back next year.
Exactly.
You better hope there's a system next year, because if the shit don't change, you ain't never getting no tax money back again. I guarantee that. The shit will burn to the ground.
All I know,
I don't want to see it burn.
All I know
I don't want
is
to see anything burn.
If these motherfuckers keep getting wild the way that they're wild, we're not going to be asking for reforms anymore, but we're just going to bring a fucking revolution on them.
Yeah.
Because every fucking day some new shit come out.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I don't want it to come to that, because that's knives and guns right there. It's two completely parallels. Like, our government they used it this weekend in California. They shoot microwaves at you, and they use these sound compression devices to deter crowds. A lot of these people, when you see them scatter around, it ain't all from rubber bullets and tear gas. They're using these devices that are beyond accessible technology to the public that they're using on its own civilians. That's the first step of martial law. That's what they fucking want. You got this pussy-ass fucking president who thinks this is like fucking the Vietnam War or Iraq, and he's going to be this great leader for the American public because he's catering to the people who, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're so anti fucking government and about, even people who fucking still got Confederate flags. This is the clearest form of fucking tyranny I've ever seen in my fucking life. That's being widely documented.
For sure. I've known people too. If you support the NRA, if you run around in fucking bike gangs and shit, all this shit, or all the time you're always trying to fucking talk about when the government take over. The government's taking over right now. Where the fuck are you at? Where the fuck are you at?
The American Revolution was sparked on the death of Crispus Attucks, a young black kid who was killed to death by British patrollers. Today you have George Floyd, who was suffocated for fucking 9 minutes. All right.
Blatantly.
If we don't do it the right way, it's gonna fucking happen again. I'm talking about the revolution. it's gonna be bloodier than ever. So let's not even get to that point. We come together as one.
Yep.
My black brothers and sisters, my brown brothers and sisters, my white brothers and sisters. We all got to come together, be on the same page, and support each other, invest in each other right now. Walmart will never get a fucking dollar from me again.
Yeah. They ain't been getting one from me for a long time.
All these places, they ain't get. You see how I dress? I let them know. Into my soul, I'm a Chicano. You don't see no brand names on me. Everything I got is black and brown. I let them know right off the jump. All my healthcare products, get it locally from my sister. When it comes to, I need some takeout. You know where I get takeout at? I go get takeout at La Costa Azul, a family-owned business with some of the best Mexican food here in the Bay Area. That's where I spend my money. I'm not going to any of these fast food restaurants that fucking support a fucking dictator, an aspiring dictator like this stupid motherfucker out here. I'm not with it no more.
I keep telling everybody that.
I'm voting every fucking day with my dollar.
Absolutely, man.
What little power it still has.
Fucking right. Well, shit, man. We got an hour and a half, actually. I just looked at it right now. I didn't even really realize that. I think you I think you've definitely said all the fucking things though, for sure, and some.
Hey man, and a lot of it we didn't even scratch.
Not even close. No, we can go on this for fucking ever. To be honest,
this was out of nowhere. Like, you know, I caught up with you, and then like I didn't even have time to get bullet points and anything ready today. I just wanted to come and like open up a little bit, but you know. Any other forums out there, people who want to have a discussion, you feel some type of way, and you got something to say to me, you know where I'm at Lucho or more, everywhere. You got a problem with something I said, you come holler at me. I'm in these streets. You see me somewhere, pull up, come holler at me, because I love my people. I love black people. I love my fellow citizens who are riding with me right now. I love everybody who's on this side of the line right now. I fucking love you. I'll die for you right now. Everybody else, you need to wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Absolutely, man. No, everybody need to get back into their communities, man. All communities.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And that's not like on some all lives matter shit. I mean more so of like white people get out of your fucking white communities and go get involved in all this shit going on right now so you can learn.
Every community, the young, the old, the rich, the poor, people, you know, everybody has to come together.
Yeah,
right now.
we
all because what's happening to black people and what's happening to brown people is unintentionally fucking illegal.
I feel sad to say it because like I don't want to like try to like find a silver lining in this fucking man's death, but they unintentionally gave us the best possible time to fucking hold them accountable. There's 40 million people unemployed right now. If you are healthy and don't got a job, your ass need to be out there. And if you're healthy and got a job, when fucking you got weekend come up, go fucking out there, dog. Go out there, donate, sign pledges, make this shit fucking known. Don't let this shit die either. This shit ain't just some fucking, we're gonna worry about it when the next fucking, you know, big meme comes around or news cycle. No, dog. This shit's happening now. We're not waiting no more.
Yeah.
And let motherfuckers know where you stand. Because if you don't, you might as well like when we go out there and rebuild the world and we're all fucking having a good ass time within each other's communities and we're all loving each other. We're gonna remember all you fucking salty ass motherfuckers that stood on the sidelines, and we ain't gonna want to party with y'all. Facts.
Right.
I just faxed myself.
And before we get out of here, I want to say, if anybody is interested in organizing, if you are interested in marching, you see these people on Instagram, you see them, message them. What can I do to help? What do I need?
That's a great idea.
You need to go out and hey, it's fucking hot as shit out here. It's been hot the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You want to help? Bring some water.
Yeah.
Pass out some water to some people. Something as small as that.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's what I'm.
Some water, they're like, thank you, and then you start a conversation with somebody. And
exactly.
By the end of the night, you might be surprised. You might be running from the police with them.
Exactly. And that's why, like, I'm encouraging everyone to go out there. Like, it's like I said, I got shitheads that I know, you know, fucking privileged white people that are fucking like they should be protesting like this, or they're finally peacefully protesting. Hey, how about you fucking just go out there and get involved? Like, nobody's saying you got to be on the fucking front fucking getting in a fucking cop's face, but just like you said, bring water. Make sure folks ain't fucking dehydrating and fainting and shit. You got a problem with looting? Come fucking hang out, because we got a lot of people in one area trying to protest, and then some fuck shit's going on over there. If you happen to see some fuck shit going on, go help fucking make sure fuck shit stop going on. Like, what the fuck? Like, get involved in.
Right.
Right.
A lot of people ain't working right now, and they ain't doing shit. The least you can do is try to help, try and do something positive amongst all this chaos.
Yeah. All you kids that just graduated school, school's out, bro. School's out, bro.
In your community.
Like, the future's ours, bro. Fuck these old people. They don't want to fucking give it to us. We're gonna ask. We're gonna get it.
Who knows how long I'm gonna be around here, man? This could be my last year. This could be the beginning of the rest of my life. You know, it's I'm, you know, almost in my 30s. You feel me? Lucky that I'm still looking young and fresh. You know, living blessed. But you know, being on the front lines, like when we were at the Oscar Grand Plaza, when we were off of 7th Street, bro, they hit it with tear gas for no fucking reason.
Say that one more time.
When we were out in Oakland, they hit us with tear gas for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like they don't care. You know what I mean? They really don't fucking care. If you have any inkling in your heart that you care just a little bit, even if you can't understand it, but you got that little, explore it. You know what I mean? This is a time to look into yourself and see what you're really made out of.
Absolutely.
Find out who you really are. Am I an agent of chaos? Am I somebody who is going to continue this fucking cycle of fucking injustice? This cycle of fucking death? Am I, like Dan eloquently put last night, am I going to continue to be a fucking demon? Or am I going to do something about it?
Yeah.
Everybody's changing right now. You either change or you get left in the past.
Exactly, man. Well, fuck, man. Yeah. I hope you stay fucking safe out there, sir. It's absolutely good to see you again.
I'm fucking. I don't want anybody worrying about me. I can handle myself. Thank you to Dennis Honeychurch, my lawyer on retainer. That man don't play around when it comes to getting people out. I'm gonna be okay. As okay as I can be. I just want everybody else to get involved.
Fuck yeah, man.
Because I can't do it. I can't do this on my own, and I'm not gonna act like I'm some machismo, like canalismo who's out there, the forefront of this shit. I'm just another person in the crowd who's trying to do something, hoping whatever I can do, I can make a change. The world I live in now is not the world I want my nephews to live in, and I'm not going to bury my nephews. My nephews are going to bury me. It's plain as simple as that.
As it should be, man. Fuck yeah, man. Good to see you, bro. Fucking, I love you, man. Fucking, you too, brother. I hope all the best, and fucking, I hope whatever comes out of all of this, we all come out fucking better on the other side, man. Like Andy Dufresne and Shawshank Redemption.
Hey man, it's we all through the interwebs right now, but hopefully at some point in time when at the right place at the right time we can get back.
Honestly, bro, this fucking weekend I'm fucking hitting this shit. So if I might even fucking see you out here, dog. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna I got some shit I gotta handle, but either Saturday night or Sunday I'm gonna be right back out there. Yeah, man, we ain't fucking done.
Yeah, no, because I'll tell everybody one thing.
We ain't fucking done. It's been 1 week. It's only been 1 week.
It's only been 1 week.
We got a whole another 6 months of this shit. It ain't fucking done yet.
Yeah, no, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm an agent of my community now more than ever, even because of all the COVID shit, because I'm a delivery driver and shit. To where I was already on a mindset of like, I need to give back more to fucking what I'm fucking doing. And then all this shit happens. So like, oh yeah, dog. Like now I'm just going to be going back and forth between making sure fucking society don't completely collapse and asking for fucking change now. Cause fucking fucking, we need every fucking all sanitized hands on deck.
Facts. And I mean, it was like I wish I had more time and I could have been a little more organized and like had some more bullet
Oh
points.
yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I'll definitely have you back on, man. Cause
no, it's okay. It's just I just get I get very emotional when it comes to this stuff because it's been fucking forever. Okay, before 1776, before that, this shit goes back. It goes back thousands of fucking years, and we're still here today. And I'm fucking done with it. I'm not gonna live in a world that's like this. I'm not gonna fucking bend over and take the knee either. I ain't built like that.
Yeah.
I ain't built like that. And I apologize if I offended somebody with, maybe they misconstrued some things I said. I apologize. I'm fueled by my emotions right now.
Yeah. No, we're all angry.
Half of you people and the other half of people who are on the other side of the line, fuck you. Come see me, fuck boy. Y'all bitch ass hoes. What's up?
Fuck yeah, man.
I'm sorry. I'm just fueled by emotions.
No, dude.
That's not how I should conduct.
Honestly, man.
I should conduct myself. I shouldn't conduct myself like that, but it's fuck how you feel right
now.
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
And by next week, hopefully I'm more level-headed, but people are fucking dead.
Yeah, no. If there's not a time to be level-headed, it's right fucking now, to be honest. So I can't knock you whatsoever. Like I said, fucking we almost just talked for 2 hours and we didn't prepare for this whatsoever. Like I hit you up like an hour, 2 hours beforehand. That goes to show you just like how much everyone's fed up.
I still got suavecito in my hair. I didn't even take a shower when I got home.
Fire. Right on, man. Like I said, it's good to see you. I love you, brother. Fucking I hope to see you soon, man.
All love, always love, always love. Anybody who knows me, who's ever met me in real life, knows I always come from a place of love. I'm always willing to ride, but I always come from a place of love first. Hence Lucho or more, you feel me? And that's why I always try to, I try my best to keep things in a positive light because I would love to live in a positive world, but sometimes that just ain't in the case. And sometimes, it's a little bit of knucklehead shit.
Yeah, man.
Hate me if you want. Hate me. You can never break me. You feel me? Like a lot of, man, I tried reaching out, but suckers be the ones speaking loud, living for the weekend. Objectify your opposition, fortify your pretense. We supposed to be friends? That shit depends on where lies your loyalties. Fuck royalties. Damn nation full of spoilings. Beware the snake that's coiling and cut its head off. I ain't saying that I'm right, but you dead wrong. Could barely give a fuck. Go ahead and play the next song. Quiet now, the television sets on. Hope is at its lowest form of death calm. Before I lay to rest, I get my stress on. And thank you, though. Kind words ain't shit to me. They legible, incredible as white calligraphy. So let the darkness out before I take the Charlie Parker route. To put that shit in layman terms, what the fuck you talking about? I've been here since the jump ship. And y'all the only ones who's jumping ship. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I gotta go. My phone's about to die.
That's the best. We can't do better than that, man. Fucking have a good night, sir.
All right, sir. All right, brother. I'll see you later, man.
All right, man. Be easy. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I ignored y'all in the chat this whole time. We just fucking, you saw what happened, though. We've been doing the thing. Let me try to double check really quick just to make sure I didn't like miss nothing super wild or like nothing specific. Maybe you guys asked. What's up, Michael? I see you say what's up. Wolf Tooth's up in here. Effects up in here. Shizzy's up in here. Irish Rasta's up in here. Sloom Beats is up in here. We got the folks up in here. 100 Gold Tooth was up in here. Tony Lastro, that's my guy. Zan Aykroyd, that's my guy. Slammy, Sunday Venom. Y'all up in here. Fucking, I love all y'all, man. Fucking, that was a great episode, I feel. Like we said, man, get involved somehow. Sign petitions. That takes nothing. That don't cost you money. That barely costs you time. Sign petitions. If you can donate money, there's literally a million charities out there right now covering this. But if you go to my Instagram, Ryne_Watkins, there's a great link that will send you right to a bunch of them. If you're healthy and you can fucking be out there, boy, we need to be out there. We need as many people out there fucking protesting in these streets, dog. We like Lucho said, it only been a week. That bunker bitch fucking Trump got fucking a wall around his fucking White House now. We got this motherfucker scared, dog. Don't listen to this motherfucker on his tweets and on the news cycle. This motherfucker's scared. They're all scared. And they should be, because we're holding them like fucking accountable now. And we all want it. And if you don't, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't. Because this shit's clear as fucking day, folks. So you all stay safe out there. Fucking take care of yourselves. Get fucking involved with your community, folks. We'll see you next time.